Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Cooking Keto Style, and I'm Tessa.
I'm Jason.
We're making something delicious today. Well, I hope it turns out delicious because I've never made these before. Um, but every time I go to the store, I always smell them, and they smell so good. But because of you. Anyway, we are making honey buns today with fathead dough, but we're not using almond flour. We're using pork rinds in place of almond flour. I don't really tend to use almond flour very frequently because I am more of I'm more carnivore than I am keto. I tend to eat more animal-based products. So we are going to attempt to make a fathead dough with pork rinds to make our honey buns today. So you will need some sweetener. You will need some shredded mozzarella cheese. You will need some baking powder. You will need some crushed pork rinds, some cream cheese, an egg, and if you would like some vanilla extract. So I can't wait to get started on these because I really want to taste these honey buns. Honey buns. I haven't had one since like
They're really good.
forever. But yeah. So if you're ready,
I'm definitely ready. You know that.
We know you're ready to get started. So let's get started with our honey buns. Start by preheating your oven to 350. We have our mozzarella cheese. I have about 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. I'm going to put that in my bowl. And I have 2 ounces of cream cheese. I am also going to put that in my bowl. And then we're going to heat that in the microwave until the cheeses have melted together. So there are my cheeses melted together, the mozzarella and the cream cheese. It was in there for about a minute and, I don't know, 15 seconds. And it is very stretchy and melted. So now we are going to stir in our vanilla and our sweetener. So you need about 2 teaspoons of vanilla if you're using vanilla. I like to use vanilla to have that vanilla flavor. And I am adding half a cup of sweetener. I am using Swerve, just Swerve granulated, and we're going to mix that in. Ooh, the best we can. Look at that. But like I've said, I've never made this before, so this is our first attempt at making these honey buns. Okay. I mean, I guess that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. But that's the sweetener and vanilla. Now we are going to add the egg. So you need 1 egg, and this egg is at room temperature. Kind of mix that in to the cheese. I mean, this recipe was AI generated, so I'm just following the directions the best I can. Exactly what I have here. And now we are going to add 1 cup of crushed pork rinds. I have pre-crushed these. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Let's get that all mixed in. Okay, give it some arm muscle. I mean, I guess this is the best thing to be mixing this with. I don't know. Should I use my hands? I don't know. I'm just using this spatula here, trying to get everything mixed together. Okay. I probably should use my hands. It might mix better, but I don't know. I don't feel like getting cheese all over my hands right now. And this batter has to rest too. Once it has been mixed, it needs to rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. So we are going to let it rest once I get it all mixed in. Man, there we go. Okay, there. And there's my ball of dough. I'm going to let it rest, is what my recipe is telling me. My dough has been resting for about 10 minutes, and it kind of has the consistency, I would say, of, I don't know, kinetic sand. But we are going to still attempt this. I am just going to take a little bit and try to shape my buns into ovals, because that's the shape of a honey bun. I'm just going to do that by hand, and I'm going to put it on my tray that is lined with this baking sheet, or, you know, my silicone baking mat. So I'm just going to get a little bit, and I'm going to try to, I don't know, shape it the best I can into a round oval shape, kind of pressing it down. Well, I guess we'll see how many we can fit on here. Looks like I got about 8 on my tray. We are going to put these in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I always check mine early just so they don't burn, since my oven cooks faster than most ovens do. So while the honey buns were in the oven, I went ahead and made my glaze, and this is just 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 3 tablespoons of powdered sweetener, and half a teaspoon of vanilla. So I took my little whisk and I just kind of whisked it all together to get this nice vanilla-y glaze that we are going to brush over the tops of our honey buns. Here are my honey buns after they have been in the oven for 10 minutes. They're still kind of soft, but they are kind of golden, so they look like they were about done, and I did not want them to burn. So I went ahead and took them out of the oven. You may want to leave yours in a little bit longer, depending on how fast or how hot your oven cooks. But since mine cooks pretty fast, I went ahead and took them out. So now we're just going to let them cool just for a little bit before we brush our glaze on top. My honey buns have been sitting for just a few minutes, just to slightly cool, but I'm still going to brush the glaze over them while they are still kind of warm. And again, this glaze is made from melted butter, powdered sweetener, and vanilla, and it's still kind of warm too. So we're going to brush the glaze all over the honey buns, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of glaze left, so I will just have to find something else for this glaze. Or I could even let the glaze dry on the honey buns and do a double glaze. That would probably be good too. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. Buttery goodness. Ooh, this one's kind of small. That's okay. They're not all the same size. It's hard to get them all the same size when you don't have something to measure it in. But it's okay, because size, it doesn't matter if it tastes good. There we go. Yummy. Yummy. Ooh. You know what? I am going to do a little double glaze there, because that one kind of already firmed up some. And then a little double glaze on that one. Yeah. Still got a lot of glaze left over. But, you know, I can do something else with it. It's okay. So we will let those kind of cool off, and then we will come back and we will taste them. So here's our honey bun on a plate, and of course it's not going to look like a real honey bun. It is not a real honey bun, and with keto recipes, it's never going to look like the honey buns that you're used to eating when you were, you know, growing up. The really thick and the bready, cakey like sweet honey buns. But this, I mean,
looks good to me.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's double glazed. We're going to cut into it. Oh, let me see. So it is kind of soft. It held together when I baked it. So we're going to cut it in half. And this is what it looks like after I cut it in half. You guys can see it. Maybe.
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe. All right. So we're going to try our honey bun. Our mock honey bun. Because it's not a true honey bun. But here we go.
That's pretty good.
I mean, is it a honey bun? No, it's not a honey bun.
What?
But
it's pretty damn good.
It tastes pretty good. But no, it's not a true honey bun.
Really good.
It is. For being pork rinds and cheese. Pork rinds and cheese. Butter and sweetener. But yeah, I mean, that was our attempt at making some kind of pastry. Well, I mean, it works in a pinch if you really want something sweet and bread-like. That's low carb or carnivore-based. Maybe almond flour would work better. I don't know. I don't really eat almond flour. So if you do eat almond flour, then maybe you could try it with almond flour instead of pork rinds, and maybe it might turn out better or more fluffy. I don't know. But that was our honey bun. Give us a like if you like this video. Or comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.